Why being vulnerable is a superpower. Why being authentic and in your natural essence, not wearing masks, is the cheat code to life. Because we are in a time where the old is collapsing, and the only thing that is going to last is those things that are rooted and planted in truth. So what your journey is trying to give you now is that truth. And as much as we want to perform for the algorithm, as much as we want the likes and the shares and the monetization of our content, we are in a sense very suggested to perform for the algorithm. We are in that sense where we have those subliminal messages that says, if you don't come forth in this way, then you're not going to be received. Like if you come forth showing your roots and showing your gray hair and showing your natural skin without the makeup, you're not going to be received. But let me tell you what's happening. That age and that era and that timeline is collapsing. That does not matter. Okay? You can really, really look at the world and see where the majority mindset is headed. And when you come on the scene in your vulnerable way, in your authentic way, people that are tired of the performance, they're tired of the age of AI, they're tired of all of this stuff. And when you come on the scene with your true authentic essence, it is refreshing to people. This is why your vulnerability, and that word I always have a problem with, but you know what I mean, is your superpower. Because what happens is that you are allowing the old self, the ego self, the self that performed, the self that wore masks, you're allowing that self to die. And what is surfacing now is your original holy identity, your set apart identity, your identity that makes you different from anybody else, your energetic fingerprint. It's making you different from anybody else. And when I tell you, in the beginning, it is going to be looked at. It is going to be talked about. It is going to be labeled. But after this world that everybody has built that is false starts to collapse, they're going to look for your truth. They're going to look for your authenticity. They're going to look for the heart of God. And it is found in those that have done the work. It is found in those that didn't wiggle off and go back to the matrix. It is found in those that allowed themselves to be born again, to go through the rebirth. I was sitting here and the last 2 days have been so emotional for me. And I'm like, what is going on? There's a lot of uncertainty in my life and I don't understand it. And what Spirit told me when I went to sit by the water is this. You are right where you're supposed to be. That not knowing is actually a good thing. And what is happening is you are in the final push of the birth canal because the ego wants to know and the ego wants to control, but you are being forced to surrender. You are being forced to be vulnerable. Listen, when you have people in your life, and I've been on family hurt a lot, when you have people in your life that shamed you for being vulnerable, that shamed you for needing help, that made you feel less than because you didn't have it all together, but you still came forth in that true, authentic way. And for years, I'm talking about most of your life, you lived in survival mode because you were afraid to show your true self, because you were around some people that made you feel less than for that. But let me tell you this, baby, that what you are and who you are, that empathic heart of yours, it is needed in this fleeting 3D reality. And people are going to seek out truth. So if you are in that place where you are forced to be vulnerable, you're forced to be authentic, you're forced to be for real about where you are, that mask too heavy now. You can't wear it no more. It's too heavy. And you're being forced to drop it. You're being forced to say, you know what? No. This is where I am. Listen. This is what I have. You get it? This is your offering to Spirit. This is your offering to God. And it does not look like anything that this 3D reality has told you. Money, status, square footage. It does not look like anything like that. But it's your vulnerability. It's your authenticity. It's your true essence. And that's all God needs. God doesn't need you to be perfect. God doesn't need you to be in control all the time. Can you be vulnerable enough to show who you really are, so I can flow through you in a way that is not only going to change your life, it's going to change everybody that come in a close proximity to who you are, life, because you're light. Listen, y'all, I'm going to tell you, this rebirth is taking you back to the raw elements of who you are. This is why everything is being exposed. This is why you can't work the fake job. This is why you can't be in the fake family. This is why you can't eat the fake food. Okay? This is why you can't keep overdosing on dopamine. You can't use the fake energy no more. Because who you are, the natural essence, that's what God is going to use. And I'm going to tell you, baby, where we are going, it is going to be so needed and so welcome, because people are tired of the performance. Can you tell me how to navigate this void? Can you tell me how to get from that I've known all my life to what I really am? Come on. Your vulnerability is your superpower. And when you understand that, what comes from the heart, it reaches the heart. And I don't have to perform for the algorithm. I don't have to perform to be accepted. If I just show up with what's in my hand. Because if it's pure and if it's true, it's going to be used by God. The days of faking it till you make it, they are over. The days of, I'm going to put on my game face and show up, they are over. The days of performing depth, like, I'm a spiritual leader and I got it all together, those days are over. Because the spiritual leaders, baby, they are in the field. They are in the field. They not on the gram performing. They coming forth with the oil and the medicine. My sheep will know my voice. The ones that are the true spiritual teachers and leaders, you know the voice. You recognize the tone. Because you have connected to something deeper than this simulation, than this illusion. Being vulnerable is your superpower because you're needed. You're needed. I'm Cassandra K, and I am a truth teller, y'all. I'm a seer. My voice heals people. And do you know how long it took for me to actually say that out of my mouth? Because it didn't look like anything else I saw around me. If you are in that place where you are very emotional, if you are in that place where you are not understanding what's going on in your journey, Spirit is asking you to drop the mask, drop the performance, and to come forth with what's in your hand, your true essence, because that is the cheat code to life. Everything about you, baby, is expansion. All right? I love you so much. I am excited about what is happening in this time. And if you feel like you need help navigating, I do one-on-one sessions. I have a masterclass that is coming up that is titled The 444 Portal, Navigating the Void. I did the 444 Portal, Starving the Matrix, and now we are navigating the void. We're navigating the in-between. I have gotten my butt kicked because I'm a true leader in the field. I'm not performing for the algorithm. I dropped all of that a long time ago. Everything about this journey is beautiful because you are elevating your frequency to that of heaven on earth. God is within you, and if you connect, you're gonna get what you need. If you are trying and trying and trying and nothing is happening, understand you're going through a rebirth and you are in that final push, and that final push is going to lead you to all truth. Just hold on, baby. It's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do, but once you get there, you're gonna see why it was worth it. It's the same as if you've ever given birth to a child. This child has given you, heartburn, has made your nose spread, has changed your color, has kicked you, has caused you pain. You've had no comfort for 9 months. But when that baby is born and you see this beautiful creation, all of that pain, all of that agony, everything that you experience, it disappears. Because you see what it was all about. It's the same with your journey. Trust your journey, baby, and trust what's in your hand. And if it's not a lot, still come forth with that. Because it's enough to spirit. It's not enough to this fleeting timeline. But it's enough for spirit. I love you.